Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Muhammad Waqas Minhas official YouTube channel Sehat Badi Nemet, and I welcome you all to my channel once again. Thank you so much first of all for the last video, for the response and the love and affection which you guys gave to me for my last video, which I have made for if someone wants to work as a doctor in Maldives. I have given answers to most of the questions which you have asked me, and I hope that will help you all. If someone still have some queries, you just watch that video, read the comment section. Any questions there, you can approach me on Facebook, you can approach me on my YouTube channel, you can write on comment section, and you can personally message me on Facebook anytime for any question. You are most welcome. Today's video I'm going to make for OET, Occupation English Test, which is a big hurdle for someone to get onto some of the most prestigious exams worldwide for UK or for Australia, AMC, PLAB or AMC. Mostly, some of the doctors want to do that just because they think that working in NHS or working with Australian Medical Council will help to build their career significantly and will grace their curriculum vitae CV. So first thing first, whenever we talk about OET preparation, there are two kind of people. One who have already taken any English language test or who are new. When they start preparing, like I took OET, I already had done my IELTS UKVI, but I was confused from where to start, which material do I need, which is the authentic and exact material which will help me to get through the exam. If you want to prepare for an exam, you have to have the authentic material which is sufficient for you to get through the exam. This is the main hurdle. So after looking for preparing from different materials, I get to the one thing which was the most important and which was need of the time. Now we are preparing from some online courses, some YouTube channels. There are plenty of YouTube channels which are giving you, which are only made for OET, not like any tips. They are just explaining everything for everyone. So I did not had any formula, but I was successful to find authentic material. Number one, authentic material which is by Occupational English Test Organization, oet.org, is the most important authentic material which you all have to practice. When I say practice, you have to give time every day for every subject, which I will tell you how you can give. So first of all, you need to have authentic material. I have shared a Google Drive link below my video. Just click on that, download authentic material for reading by occupationalenglish.test.org, download writing letters, solved 50 writing letters by OET, download listening podcast, download everything, listening materials, listening files from this Google Drive, and speaking role plays from this, and just you have to practice. So what? Let's talk about writing. How you gonna practice if you don't know? If you don't have anything in your mind, how are you going to write a letter? What is necessary? First, to write a letter of referral to a consultant or doctor, rheumatologist, endocrinologist, nursing in charge. You have to have a format of letter like we used to remember in our English class in school days. Like we know we have to write yours obediently in the end, and something greetings at the ABC at the introduction. That is the format of a letter. So just take out a letter from the solved writing material and just look at a format. When I say format means the greetings. I will break this for you. Greetings, then one line space, then second line address, then third line city name, then PO box number, then space, then you have the dear doctor, and then you have referral, and then everything you have to count. You have to count your in between line spaces free within format. You have to know that when you write dear doctor and put a comma there, you have to put a comma with yours sincerely in the end. So that makes your format. So format includes this introduction, this greetings, and three other things, which are the body of the paragraph. Includes the introduction paragraph, the body paragraph second, and the third one is your conclusion paragraph. So if you memorize the format, which I used to do, I used to just write the same name and address and as the greetings in the end, and just practice it. When I mastered the format, I already know I can secure 15% marks from my letter. Other 85% marks, 15% you will get from your introduction line. Like I am writing to refer a patient who presented with thyrotoxicosis, who presented with palpitation and something like that. And when you memorize the format, then you start writing from the letter number 1 from this material. This letter number 1, there will be case notes and there will be task in the end. And after that, you will be having the solved letter by OET professionals, but you don't have to look at the solved test. How do you know how much you are already prepared? So you have to know about it, how much you know in the day first. When you write a letter, after knowing the exact format, you will be able to write introduction and the body paragraph and the conclusion paragraph by yourself, by your thinking, by your all abilities of writing English language. You have to get all the information from the case notes. So in the exam, when you start writing this letter, first of all, you have to look at the task first. Don't ever look at the notes. It's a waste of time. Just first look at the task, to whom you have to write, why you have to write, the reasons for writing. You have to either discharge the patient or you have to transfer the patient. You are writing to which doctor, they provide any name or they gave you any address or PO box number. So when you get the first information first, just start writing according to the format and write the subject in your referral, that why you are referring or transferring the patient, and then start writing dear doctor, comma, and then from the next 3 spaces, give 2 spaces, and then from the third line you start writing and start introduction, then write body paragraph, then write conclusion by using those notes. When the patient presented, what was his chief complaint, what management you did, how was the patient post-treatment, how was he or she was responding, if presented with seizures, was seizures controlled, maintained, was she having insight of her disease when you discharged. So this and that you have to look this information which must be relevant to the task which is given in the task question. So when I talk about relevance, it is the only thing which will secure you other 50-60% marks in the body paragraph. So the body paragraph is the most important thing which they will use to give you 50%, up to 50% marks of your writing score. First you practice writing. Every other day they will give you every other day you have to prepare, you have to sit yourself, and you have to sit and you have to write a letter by yourself using the same technique. When you are done with writing your letter, then you compare with the solved letter in the end and then mark mistakes. And when you again writing the next day, do not repeat those mistakes and learn from the solved letter. Learn from the solved letter. You will be seeing so many new words the way they have solved the letter. Like what I have learned that time, that I was not using so many however, comma, moreover, this and that, and I was unable to write this. I was using such as, but, these kind of words, but we don't have to use. We don't have to use he and she, these kind of things. We have to address the patient by the name every time. So there are some things in the format which you have to memorize. You have to memorize these kind of things like format. You have to use the patient name. You don't have to use he and she. If it is married female, you have to call Mrs. this, and if it is male, you have to call Mr. and so forth. You have to do that. And these all things you will learn by the end of 8th or 9th or 10th letter when you are practicing, and from the solved letter you will learn these kind of things, and in the end you will master yourself by your hard work, writing a very professional OET writing letter. So just keep these things in mind. I will just show you all the points which I want you to remember, which I want you to remember in your mind. What happened with me when I started writing the letter? What happened? That was my very first time when I got the material. I went to library and I started writing a letter on a blank paper. I printed all this material. I will suggest all of you to print this material. Don't use it on your laptop or computer or mobile phone. Switch off the mobile phone. Have your silence in the library, in any corner you are comfortable. Have some blank A4 papers and start writing the letter. And when I started it, I had no format in my mind. I just started it, and when I read the solved letter one, I figured it out. Then man, this is not simple thing. I have to memorize it. I have to skill it. And then I started practicing according to these tips which I told you earlier. So you have to just give it time. First give time to writing for 2 weeks at least. And then after you are able to write a letter, then give next week for reading, then give next another week for listening. When you become familiarized to the OET test, understand everything, that now you can attempt the test, then you divide your days practicing listening, writing, reading every day like an exam for 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and you're gonna nail it. I'm sure. And if you still have any confusion, if you still want to give yourself more time to understand the format for reading, listening, writing, just go to the OET Ready course for doctors, OET Ready course for nursing. For that I will share the link also. And this video is not sponsored, by the way, but just I'm telling you that I have used that one also for 1 month to understand the format, because that was given by OET for all of the people who got their test deferred due to COVID to not to waste their time and practice it. And I found it very useful. So you can use that one also. And I will see you in next video, in which we will discuss about listening, and then we will discuss about reading and speaking as well. I will give you an example how I practiced speaking role play with my colleague. And hopefully you like this video. And now I'm gonna share with you all the points. These points, just memorize them, just take a screenshot of them, use materials, use your time, take your time, have a great quality of life, do subscribe channel for the positive support. Have a great time. Bye.